¿Qué pasa, gente? Vamos con un nuevo capitulito de Metal Gear. Se nos quedó la trama en un sitio muy interesante, ¿eh? Nos quedó la pantalla en negro. Solid Snake que estaba en el agua. El Metal Gear se lo ha llevado Revolver Ocelot. Silencio, ¿qué ha pasado?
Terrorists blow a hole in an
29 de
oil
abril.
tanker full of crude barely 20 miles off the shore of Manhattan. Your classic nightmare. It didn't take long for the government to put an oil fence around the whole mess. And then that massive offshore cleanup facility went up inside.
The big shell.
Pixel.
I hear the cleanup isn't quite over yet.
It takes time. But in the meantime, the shell's become a landmark, a symbol of environmental protection.
Calling teams Alpha and Bravo. Deploy at the big shell as scheduled.
Approximately 6 hours ago, the big shell was seized by an armed group.
Do we have an ID?
Former members of the Navy SEAL Special Anti-Terrorist Training Squad Dead Cell. Russian private army members may also be involved. It's a highly trained group, and they have the big shell under complete control.
No es Snake, ¿eh?
Come in from downwind and pull up fast. Get ready to fast rope down to Shell 1. 5 minutes to ETA. Alpha, your top priority is to rescue and safeguard the President. Team Bravo, watch out for Stillman's back and get those C4s disarmed.
What are their demands?
$30 billion.
¿Qué?
$1 billion. What makes them think they can get that much?
There was a government-sponsored tour going on at the big shell that day.
Hostages, huh?
A VIP from one of the major conservation groups, and one from our own government. The most important person in a sense.
The most important person?
James Johnson.
The president?
Unless the demands are met, the terrorists intend to blow the big shell out of the water.
And the crude will ignite, turning the Manhattan harbor into an inferno.
That's not the worst-case scenario. If the chlorides being used to decontaminate the seawater go up with the oil, toxins containing catastrophic levels of dioxins will be released. In other words, the bay's ecosystem will be wiped out, and the sea will turn into a toxic soup for centuries, becoming the worst environmental disaster in history.
¿A qué están preparando? El ácido clorhídrico con el cloro y... ¿A qué liado?
You have two mission objectives. One, infiltrate the offshore decontamination facility Big Shell and safeguard the president and other hostages. And two, disarm the terrorists by any means necessary.
Ups.
You should know that SEAL Team 10 is also conducting a rescue operation.
Is this a joint effort?
No. Foxhound remains a covert body. Don't alert them to your presence. That is an order.
Bueno, pues... Esto es lo que ha pasado, chicos. No sabemos nada de Snake.
How are things?
¿Cómo que aquí es Snake? Tú no eres Snake.
What's the visibility?
The lights on the plant struts are functioning. I won't have to use the IR goggles.
Any problems?
There was a brand new hole cut through the oil fence. There's someone else besides me that wanted to get in badly.
That's not possible.
What about SEAL Team 10?
They landed on the roof of the Big Shell as planned. And by the way, Snake, we're changing your code name for all following communication.
What's wrong with Snake?
Just a precaution. You are now designated Raiden. All right, Raiden. You've already covered infiltration and VR training.
I've completed 300 missions in VR. I feel like some kind of legendary mercenary.
Okay, we'll skip that part. Make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the back button. When we need to reach you,
Nada, Otacon ya no está, Snake ya no está, ahora está Raiden y el
when you hear
coronel.
that noise, press the back button.
The codex receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
All right. I'll contact you if anything changes.
Tiene un ascensor al fondo de esta zona, úsalo para llegar al próximo nivel, ¿de acuerdo? Tu informe de infiltración, traje especial, utiliza la más avanzada tecnología electrofíbrica, un derivado de la fibra óptica.
The texture isn't far removed from rubber, but the material protects
Ojo,
against a wide range of toxic substances. The suit itself has a wide array of built-in sensors. It is referred to as smart skin in military R&D. Data about damage to different regions of the body, including blood loss, is exchanged between the suit and the intravenous nanomachines to create a feedback system.
There's a lot of pressure on my torso.
Relax. The suit applies varying pressure to major internal organs to maximize performance and safeguard their functions. They call this the skull suit in Foxhound.
Skull suit.
Ush,
Sounds
uy.
appropriate somehow.
Frite calavera.
The hatch with a
Calavera.
circular handle will open into the elevator area. Locate the hatch first.
Copy that.
Otro
Moving
tutorial.
on to main mission objectives.
Pues nada, gente, las últimas noticias que tenemos de Snake es que no pudo parar a Revolver Ocelot, se llevó el Metal Gear y nosotros estamos aquí en una base petrolífera que ha sido atacada por los marines, creo que está el presidente y no sé quién más del gobierno. Una locura de Kojima. Y nos hemos infiltrado y parece que no estamos solos. Hay alguien más infiltrado por aquí. Así que nada, vamos a subir en el ascensor, como nos ha dicho el coronel. Cierto, vamos a guardar. Bueno, ya guardaremos, ¿no? Cuando termine el episodio. Mira, por aquí hay una entradita. Y aquí arriba. No me puedo levantar, ¿no? Ya tenemos una visión rara. No me puedo quitar el casco este. No tenemos radar aquí, ¿eh? Hay que ponerse el sensor este. Aquí hay una vallita. Aquí hay otra vallita. Aquí tenemos taquillitas, vamos a ver qué hay, ¿no? Hola. Una racioncilla. Poco más, no tenemos armas, tampoco. ¿Y este tío? Por cierto, ahora podemos nadar, No, ya. Hola, coronel.
Got your feet wet? These are the basic controls for swimming. Stroke the water and move forward by pushing the punch button. Push it in rapid succession to swim faster.
Change your heading with the left stick. Up will take you up, down takes you lower. Left and right to face those
No hay
directions.
sentido, ¿no?
The O2 gauge will appear under your life gauge while you're underwater. The gauge corresponds to the amount of air you can hold from a single deep breath. Once the O2 gauge falls to 0, the life gauge will start to drop. You need to be aware
Obvio.
of that.
Puedo bajar más. Vale, pues ya sabemos nadar. Muy bien. ¿Por qué hay gusanos en las paredes? Galete, ¿no? Muchos bichos raros y asquerosos. Ugh. Vámonos de aquí. Top 8, ¿eh? Por allá.
Colonel, I've sighted an enemy sentry. AN-94 and a Makarov. Those grenades, all his equipment, is Russian-made.
Must be a Gurlukovich man.
Gurlukovich?
A Russian private army that was in line to work with the Shadow Moses takeover group 4 years ago.
What's their stake in
Gurlukovich
this
está
war?
muerto.
They must have made a deal, an arrangement with the terrorists. They become a band of mercenaries, an army without a country.
Galete, ¿no? No tengo radar, ¿eh? Yo a peor. Antes tenemos 2 pistolitas, ahora ni eso. ¡Eh! ¡Snake!
Colonel, there's definitely another intruder in here besides me.
No es un
That's
intruso.
not a possibility.
Not a team.
Es un héroe.
Looks like a solo job.
One man.
We may not know who he is, but he managed to take care of every sentry in the area. They're all out cold. Whoever he is, he's got some skills.
We need to
No lo
get an
sabes bien.
ID. But for now, you can take advantage of the situation and get to work. There's a terminal in front of the elevator. A node.
Did you say nerd?
Not nerd.
Madre
Node.
mía. Estos japos.
Use the node to gain access to the Big Shell's facilities network.
Then what?
Pull up the map of the structure. That'll let you activate the Soliton radar.
The Soliton radar? True. That radar came in useful during VR training.
A radar system uses biological magnetic fields as input. These estimated enemy positions are projected onto a map according to reference points collected via GPS signals and field personnel reports.
Qué nivel,
We need to get to the
Tecnología
map
punta.
through the Big Shell's node to put this data processing to practical use. The node unit is about 3 feet high. Should be colored blue. Each area has at least one.
How do I gain access?
Just push the action button in front of the node. The nanomachines in your body will take care of the security clearance and allow you access to the node. Complete the procedure before those sentries gain consciousness. If they spot you, you won't be able to gain access for a while. Stay on guard.
Got it.
Gracias, coronel, por la info. Dios, noqueados aquí. Otra vez, coronel.
Raiden, you won't
¿Qué
be able
quiere?
to use any of the enemy's equipment.
Why
Yep.
not?
You should know that all active weapons are equipped with a personal identification system.
Sinvergüenza.
The owner enters their required user ID information during the weapon registration or at the start of a mission. If anyone other than the registered user tries to fire the weapon, the ID system will not authorize the action.
But these are black market Russian weapons. How can they be equipped with identification functionality?
They must have been customized by the terrorists themselves. These are professionals we're dealing with, and they certainly won't let their own equipment be used against them.
I'm guessing it's the same for the Navy SEALs gear?
Right.
How am I supposed to procure weapons then?
Find the ones that haven't yet been individualized. Everything you find in the item box is clean. You should know this from your VR training.
Okay.
Oh, no tiene nada que ver con entrenamientos RV,
Items in the item box are
Esto es la vida
yours to
real.
use at will. They will be your supply source with regards to weaponry and gear.
No hay nada más por aquí, ¿no? Bueno, unas benditas. Pues vamos a tener radar, ¿no? Si activamos esto. Bueno. Que tenemos que registrarnos. W un poco fea, ¿eh? Mi cumpleaños. El 1 del 1. Ah. Radar tipo 2. Sangre on. Está todo bien.
Good work, Raiden.
Buen trabajo,
The
Raiden.
VR should be
Otra
functional
vez.
now.
Remember your VR training sessions. The tool is exactly the same one. It maps the terrain as well as the position of enemy personnel. The bright dot in the middle is you, Raiden. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision. Your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it. It gets jammed easily, I'm afraid. It's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful. The Big Shell's layout map should now be available after touching the Start button.
How do I save the mission data?
I've set aside a proprietary frequency for saves, and an analyst to work on the data too.
Jack, is everything all right?
What are you doing here?
Jack, can you hear me?
Rose, you're not supposed to be
Rose!
involved. What's going on?
Jack, I'm a part of this mission.
Colonel, what the hell is going on?
Raiden, meet the mission analyst. She'll be overseeing the data saving and support.
Why her?
The Foxhound analyst that was supposed to take part in this mission was in an accident. Rosemary was brought in as a replacement.
An accident?
And according to the files, she knows you better than anybody else.
Rose may be in the service, but an intelligence analyst is no field officer.
Not to worry. She has our technical staff at her disposal.
She's never been a part of a field mission. This is insane.
I have my own reasons for selecting her for this mission, soldier.
Colonel, I fail to see...
I know your VR training performance in and out, but sometimes that's not enough. You're familiar with the Shadow Moses incident?
You know I covered it in VR.
If there's a crucial tactical detail that case taught us, it was the power of the operative's will to survive.
I was trained to fight. My personal feelings have no place in a mission.
We've learned that it doesn't work that way. And on the field, you need all the help you can get.
Jack, you're stuck with me whether you like it or not.
Rose,
You need someone to watch your back. But I have conditions that need to be met, Colonel.
What is it?
I'll perform my duties and save that mission data, but I'm aware that technically I'm not part of the mission control team. After all, I'm just a normal girl who's worried about Jack. But that
Right,
means,
¿no?
Colonel, that I am not required to follow your orders outside of my immediate duties. Jack is not simply a field personnel for me to track. His safety comes first to me, not the mission. And because of that, I will be monitoring and keeping a record of every communication you have with him, Colonel.
Given the circumstances, you're free to do what you see fit.
Hey, I prefer this to being kept in the dark waiting.
I'd like to make a request if I may.
Of course.
His handle is Raiden. For the duration of the mission, could you call him that?
Yes, sir. All right, Raiden. Let me know when you're ready to turn in a save. The proprietary save frequency is 140.96. I just switched frequencies. Jack,
What?
do you know what
Las
day
cosas
it
no
is
las
tomorrow?
podían haber acordado
April
antes de
30th.
iniciar la misión.
Is there
¿Eh?
something special about
Haber
it?
hecho el trabajo bien.
Isn't there?
I can't remember. I'm sorry.
Oh well, I'll keep trying till I hear the answer. I'm gonna let you go now, Jack. Take care.
Se despiertan, ¿eh? Me como liado, ¿eh?
The enemy sentry is regaining consciousness.
Be careful, Jack.
Find somewhere to hide until the elevator arrives. You must stay out of sight.
Enemy sight. Requesting backup unit.
Mierda. Estaba hecha aposta, sí, ¿eh? Ahora no tenemos ni la pistolita, ¿eh? Ni cachis.
I'm under enemy fire. Secure the perimeter.
¡Bajo fuego enemigo! Está cerca, ¿eh? Me está vibrando el mando. Llega hasta el final, ¿eh?
There's somebody there.
Adiós, amigo. Muy buena, señor Gabriel, ¿qué tal? Feliz Navidad y esas cosas.
The terrorists call themselves Sons of Liberty.
Sons of
Cuidado, ¿eh?
The name of their leader is Solid Snake.
The hero of Shadow Moses? So that's why you changed my code name.
Right, but he can't be the Solid Snake. He died 2 years ago on that tanker after he blew it sky high.
Could he have survived?
Not a chance.
Colonel, I'm on the roof. There are no sentries, but it would only take one to spot me in this light.
You never had daylight VR training after all. Stay extra sharp until you can find a node to log in from.
What about the commandos?
SEAL Team 10 has landed on struts B and C.
And the president?
Seems he was spotted on strut B.
Strut B?
Rarete, ¿no?
The big shell is comprised of shells 1 and 2. Each unit consists of a central core and 6 struts surrounding it.
So the whole thing is shaped like 2 hexagons connected end on end.
Exactly. And you're on the roof of strut A, shell 1 at the moment.
Vamos, que es un laberinto de los guapos,
Log
guapos.
into the network.
Got it.
¿Te lo estás pensando? Bueno, pues empezamos a jugar, ¿no? Unas benditas. Por cierto, vamos a guardar. Llamar a Rose. Archivo guardado.
Jack, do you remember what day tomorrow is?
That again.
Que no
I'm
se
sorry,
acuerda
but I still don't have a
de
clue.
tu cumple.
That's okay.
Lo siento.
What is it, Rose? Talk to me.
I'd rather you figure it out. It's important.
How important?
Important enough? And we'll talk about it tomorrow.
El
Why not
cumpleaños o el
now?
aniversario.
Tomorrow seems more appropriate. I need all the help I can get so that I won't chicken out anyway.
Is that
Well,
the
why
reason
not?
you decided to be part of this mission? Okay, I'm gonna finish this thing by tomorrow. No.
Se trata de Solid Snake, el líder de esta operación. Dice ser Snake. ¿Legendario mercenario? Necesito toda la información que puedas conseguir sobre él. Todo desde el incidente de Shadow Moses. Pero ese tipo está muerto, ¿no? Sí, debería de haber un certificado de defunción por algún lado. Seguro que el coronel te da acceso a información top secret. De esa podrás acceder a los archivos con información más confidencial. Cuenta conmigo. Me pondré en contacto contigo tan pronto como descubra algo. Vale. Mira las gaviotas, ¿eh? Echan hasta popos. Un juego de 2002, ¿eh? Están juegos en 2023 peores que este. No tenemos la M9 todavía. Vale, ¿por dónde accedemos? Esto está cerrado. Creo que teníamos que ir consiguiendo tarjetas de acceso. Esto también está cerrado. Me he resbalado con las cacas, ¿eh? Increíble. Qué detalles. A ver. De locos. ¿Qué me dicen?
Raiden, look at that wire fence. You may be able to crawl through it. Crouch down using the crawl button. Then push the left stick in the direction you want to move. Push the crawl button again to stand up.
No había visto
You
el
can
agujero,
use
¿eh?
weapons even while crawling. This is different from VR training, so you keep that in mind.
Ya lo he visto. Detallitos. Otra vez, coronel.
Raiden, SEAL Team 10 is in.
Do we really have no line of communication with the SEALs?
They don't know a thing about us. You know we work in the dark, and this mission is no exception. Only a few people know about your presence here. There's no need for concern. This operation is under Pentagon's direct command, and the NSDD came from the Vice President and the Secretary of Defense. Your mission may be top secret, but it's gone through the usual channels.
Cinemática.
I'll go check the roof. I'll leave the first floor to you, okay? Understood.
Que viene al tejado, Creo que no va a ir a ningún lado.
Colonel, I've located the node, but it's under heavy surveillance. I can't get in any closer.
Distract them. Try making some noise to draw their attention away.
How?
Flatten yourself against a wall and hit the punch button.
Got it.
No. Por hacerle caso. Hemos calentado,
Raiden, watch out. There are sentries posted on the connecting bridge. They will spot you if you continue on course.
Any recommendations?
Que te dé la
Use the
vuelta.
hanging mode.
Hanging?
No, que me cuelgue.
Face any waist-high railing and push the action button to clear the railing and hang over the
Vale,
side.
yo creo que el juego habría que haberlo
Once
empezado por
there,
aquí,
You can move sideways while keeping out of enemy
Que te
sight.
explican estas cositas.
All right. I'm giving it a try.
Don't forget the grip gauge. It will keep decreasing during a hanging
Te
maneuver.
caerás.
And once it runs out, you will fall.
Obvio.
Copy that.
Copy.
Wait a second. I just intercepted new intelligence on the operation being executed by SEAL Team 10.
Intercepted?
As I said before, they need to be kept in the dark about our presence.
So we just listen in.
I'm patching it through.
This is Alpha Zero. We have the president. Is he safe? He is safe. What about the package? Tell the guys upstairs that we've secured the package. Easy money. Good work. Your retrieval is on the way. Come on home. Roger that. Holy! Alpha Zero, report.
Alfa Cero no vuelve a casa.
Come in, Alpha Zero. This is Alpha Zero. We're under attack. This is crazy. Is that... Alpha Zero, respond. All Alpha, respond.
Raiden, the president's life is in danger. Head to Strut B
Tiene.
now.
Creo que vamos a volver para atrás y activar el ordenador. Para tener el radar, por lo menos.
There's somebody there.
No. Vamos a gelearla, Está abierto esto. No. Hay que haber quitado las raciones. Vamos a morir. Se ha costado, ¿no? En pistolita no somos nadie, ¿eh? Terrible. Pasos. Qué desastre.
It's the enemy. I need help.
Communications with the first Foxtrot A have ceased. Carry out an investigation immediately.
Enemy in the area. Increase security level.
Enemigo en la zona. Hemos entrado en bucle, ¿eh? Horrible. Attack team, come back at once. Guard team, stay alert. La hemos liado, ¿eh? Era eso lo que había que hacer. No tenemos tarjeta de aquí. Ojo. También le damos besitos y nos acercamos. A ver. Sí, también le da besitos.
There's somebody there.
No, me quería agarrar. Este ya no molesta. Vale, o sea que esto básicamente... Da igual por donde entremos, ¿no? Tenemos que ir hacia donde habíamos pasado antes, que nos ha salido la cinemática. Y aquí ya no podemos hacer nada más. De la cinemática. Aquí hay un dron, ¿eh? Dime, coronel. ¿Qué pasa con estos?
Watch your back. That's a cipher, a type of
Un UAV,
UAV.
en camino.
If it spots you, it will alert enemy personnel. Exercise extreme caution. But you can use chaff to set up an interference field. That'll knock its sensors offline for a while. Try to locate some chaff. You can also destroy the engine or the camera. Some of the UAVs may be armed. Be careful.
Yo prefiero pasar por donde los enemigos, ¿eh? Este ya no molesta más, ¿eh? Vamos a eliminar cualquier rastro. Descanse usted. Esta la vamos a cerrar. De la derecha está un poco empanadete, ¿no? Tira para los dos lados. Y este se va a quedar aquí campeando, ¿no? Por lo que veo. Ahora. El modo grip este que nos han dicho. Vamos, guardia. Dese la vuelta. Al favor. Ahí está. Qué grande, ¿eh? Detallitos. Vámonos. Llegado al módulo B. Transformer Room. ¿Qué moscas por aquí? Bichos raros. Cinemática otra vez, ¿eh? Ojo. Movida, ¿eh? Hmm. El ninja.
Alpha Zero. Call me in Alpha Zero.
¿Qué pasa, Raiden? No, el vampiro. Vampire. Te parto el cuello. ¿Por qué hacían estos juegos en 2001 y ahora sacan estas mierdas? Increíble.
Come in. What's going on? Alpha, respond.
¡Qué rico!
What are you?
No lo ves, hijo.
Five today. Or rather, 6.
Pump.
Get down!
Y se marchó. Un infiltrado aliado.
Where is he?
A pillar, ¿eh? Esto cambia las cosas.
Strange smell. You smell like... Are you?
It has to be. Shoot him! What are you waiting for?
Vamp,
Yeah, Queen?
are you all done cleaning up?
Yes, but wait till I tell you what I found.
Something interesting?
I'll tell you in person. Where are you?
In the central unit with the president.
El presidente.
Right there.
Bueno, parece que esta plantita guarda muchos secretos, ¿eh?
Hold on. I'm not an enemy. Calm down.
Nada de locos.
My name is Pliskin. Iroquois Pliskin. Lieutenant Junior Grade.
¿Cómo?
Are you a Navy SEAL? How did you get in?
Fast rope descent from a Navy chopper.
Have I seen you before?
Rarete, ¿no?
That suit. Are you Foxhound?
Pues quiere sacar información, ¿eh?
That's right.
Foxhound was disbanded. Huh? Where were you before Foxhound? Delta Force?
I was part of the Army's Force 21
La
trials.
historia de Raiden.
Force 21. That's about tactical IT deployment, right?
Que me devuelvan a Snake.
Any field experience?
No, not really.
So this is your first.
I've had
Mi
extensive
primera
training,
chamba.
the kind that's indistinguishable from the real thing.
Like what?
Sneaking missions 60, weapons 80, advanced,
VR, huh?
but realistic in every way.
A virtual grunt of the digital age, that's just great.
That's far more effective than live exercises.
You don't get injured in VR, do you? Every year, a few soldiers die in field exercises.
There's pain sensation in VR and even a sense of reality and urgency. The only difference is it isn't actually happening.
That's the way they want you to think, to remove you from the fear that goes with battle situations. War is a video game. What better way to raise the ultimate soldier?
So you're saying that VR training is some kind of mind control?
Right. What's going on?
The Alpha team from Navy SEAL 10 is dead. No, a single survivor.
The kid's wired with nanomachines.
What about the president?
Looks like they took him somewhere else.
I see. You said there was a survivor from SEAL Team 10.
Yeah. Lieutenant J.G.
Ahí bien, te
Pliskin.
la están colando.
Has he seen your face?
What?
This is a top secret mission. No one can know that we're involved.
It's a little too late for that. What's up?
Take a look.
What the hell?
A Navy captain.
You all right?
Give me a few minutes. Must have lost a few more pints than I thought.
What was that man just now?
That blood-sucking freak? That was Vamp. He's Romanian, a wizard with knives, as you saw.
The way he moved didn't seem human.
You won't see that in VR, I guarantee.
What is he?
One of the members of Dead Cell.
Dead Cell? Him?
A special forces unit created by ex-President George Sears. The name was originally intended to reflect its anti-terrorist functions, The unit would launch unannounced assaults on government complexes for the ultimate terrorism simulation. They were needed to show
Mucho de
VR
esto,
troopers like you how to deal with the real thing. But around the time their original leader died in prison, the unit began to unravel. They were always close to the edge, but they became more and more extreme, began to go after US allies, even civilians. We estimate that no fewer than 100 people died as a result of accidents the Dead Cell arranged
Cuidado.
on their own. They were out of control, and it all came to a head 6 months ago.
What happened?
The unit was devastated. There are only 3 left now, and you just saw one of them.
Why would they go after the big shell?
How should I know? I told you they were on the lunatic fringe.
What about their leader? He says he's Solid Snake.
Snake died 2 years ago.
You mean the incident that made this big shell necessary in the first place?
Right, and he was the one that sank that tanker.
But he's a legend.
Mentirosos,
Legends
¿eh?
are usually bad news. There's not a lot of difference between heroes and madmen.
You're saying Snake is still alive and pulled another one?
No, he's not involved in this one. His body was positively ID'd 2 years ago.
Snake is dead.
And buried.
What about the other soldiers? I saw Russian equipment too.
Former Soviet military. They're probably mercenaries. The big shell is too much ground for just Dead Cell members to hold down. You weren't briefed on any of this? And you came in alone to boot? Why? What are you really doing here? Can't tell me, huh? Fine with me.
I don't smoke.
Keep it anyway. May come in handy. Take this too.
Come in, Alpha Zero. This is Bravo Zero.
Hubiera venido mejor una de dardos, ¿eh?
B and C. The president is...
¿El presidente? Ojo.
Damn, I can't hit this thing. It's like some bad dream. Alpha, anyone, come in, all Alpha. This is Bravo Zero.
Aren't you going to answer him?
The BC connecting bridge.
We need to get there. Can you handle it?
I need a few more minutes. Remember my frequency. It's 141.80.
141.80. Got it.
I've been briefed on this plant's layout. If you need information on the place or about Dead Cell, contact me. You're using nano communication, right?
Yeah, but I can patch into your frequency.
Genial.
Hey, what's your name?
Raiden. Lo va a decir Snake.
Raiden.
Raiden. Strange code name.
Makes up for the boring one my parents gave me.
Maybe I'll find out someday.
Rarete, ¿no? Pues nada, gente, vamos a dejar por aquí el capítulo de hoy. Espero que os haya gustado el capítulo. La trama cada vez se pone más interesante. Ya sabéis, darle like y suscribiros si os ha gustado. Adiós.